Let's be honest for a second. If I asked you, where is your phone right now? You probably wouldn't even have to look. Your brain already knows. Maybe it's in your hand. Maybe it's next to you on the bed. Maybe it's on the table, face down, but still somehow calling you. And if it buzzed right now, even while you're listening to this, a part of your brain would feel that pull to check it. Not because you're weak, not because you're lazy, not because you have no control, but because your brain has been trained extremely well. Today, I want to talk directly to you, not to a crowd, not to an audience, just you. Let's open this together. Why you can't stay away from screens. What's happening inside your brain? Why it sometimes feels like your phone controls you more than you control it. And most importantly, how you can gently take some of that control back. No guilt, no blame, just honesty and science that respects you. Ready? Let's start. Think about your day for a moment. What is the very first thing your hand touches when you wake up? For many people, it's not water, not a toothbrush, not even another human being. It's a screen. The alarm goes off. Your thumb slides across the screen. And before your brain is even fully awake, you're already inside a digital world. Messages, videos, notifications, news, social media, endless information. You didn't decide this. Your brain simply follows what it has been trained to do. That's the first truth you need to understand. Your relationship with screens isn't just a habit. It's a loop that has been built carefully, repeated thousands of times, until it feels automatic. Let's break that loop down in a simple way. Every loop has three parts: a trigger, an action, a reward. Triggers are the things that make you pick up your phone without thinking. This can be boredom, stress, a notification, loneliness, awkward silence, or even the simple urge to avoid your own thoughts. The action is what you already know very well. You pick up the phone. You unlock it, you open an app, you scroll. But the most important part is the reward. And here's the twist. The reward isn't the video, it isn't the message, it isn't the like. The reward is the feeling. That tiny moment of pleasure, comfort, relief, distraction, or excitement that your brain gets. Inside your brain, this feeling is powered by something called dopamine. Let's talk about dopamine in a way that actually makes sense. People often call dopamine the pleasure chemical, but that's not completely true. Dopamine is more like the motivation chemical. It pushes you to act. It tells your brain, this might be good, go get it. Dopamine is what makes you check your phone even when you don't need anything. It makes you refresh a page. It makes you open the same apps again and again without thinking. It makes you chase those little moments of excitement. Your brain evolved to use dopamine to help you survive. Finding food? Dopamine. Finding social connection? Dopamine. Achieving something? Dopamine. Now imagine what happens when you give that system unlimited. New videos, new messages, new likes, new comments, bright colors, surprising sounds, funny clips, emotional stories, shocking content. Your brain simply cannot resist. Because it wasn't designed for this kind of non-stop stimulation. So it adapts, and it starts to crave more and more. Here's the part almost nobody explains properly. Screens don't just give you rewards. They give you unpredictable rewards. Sometimes the next video is boring. Sometimes it's hilarious. Sometimes it's deep and emotional. You never know what's coming next, and your brain loves that, because dopamine spikes not only when something good happens, but when something good might happen. Your brain says, maybe the next swipe will give me something amazing. Maybe the next notification will make me feel better. Maybe the next video will make me laugh. Maybe the next message will give me connection. This is the same psychological system used in slot machines. Unpredictable rewards keep you hooked longer than predictable ones. You don't stop because your brain is always waiting for the next good moment. Not because you're weak, but because this is how the human brain is built. Now let's talk about something deeper. Your brain is not fixed. It's constantly changing. It's always rewiring. This is called neuroplasticity. Whatever you do repeatedly becomes easier for your brain to repeat again. When you pick up your phone hundreds of times a day, over months and years, your brain learns, when I'm bored, screen. When I'm tired, screen. When I'm anxious, screen. When I'm lonely, screen. When I'm avoiding work, screen. When I don't know what to do, screen. Your brain wires this behavior like a shortcut. It becomes automatic. That's why sometimes you unlock your phone without knowing why you did it. It wasn't a decision. It was a habit. Loop your brain performed on autopilot. Now let's zoom out for a moment. You might be wondering, Is this really such a big problem? Isn't it just entertainment? And yes, screens can be fun. Screens can teach you things. Screens can make you laugh. Screens connect you to people far away. Screens let you learn, build, create, express. Screens are not the enemy. The problem is when screens become the default answer to everything. Feeling stressed, scroll. Feeling bored, scroll. Feeling lonely, scroll. Feeling uncomfortable in silence, scroll. Feeling overwhelmed, scroll. The problem is when screens replace real experiences instead of supporting them. Let me ask you a few honest questions. Answer them quietly to yourself. Have you ever opened your phone for 5 minutes and lost an hour? Have you ever scrolled even when your eyes felt tired? Have you ever felt a little anxious when you couldn't check your phone? Have you ever used screens to avoid thinking or feeling something real? Do you feel restless without background stimulation like videos, music, or notifications? If any of this feels familiar, you're not alone. Most people feel this way. Not because they're addicted in a medical sense, but because their brains are caught in automatic loops. Now let's talk about attention. Your attention is like a spotlight. It can focus deeply on one thing, or it can jump around quickly. Screens train your attention to jump. Every few seconds something new appears. A new video, a new image, a new message, a new drama, a new joke, a new update. Your brain gets used to constant stimulation. So when you try to read, study, listen, work, sit quietly, have a deep conversation, reflect on your life, be present, your mind runs away. It's not broken, it's overstimulated. Your attention muscle has weakened. This is fixable, but you have to train it back gently. Alright, now that we've opened all these difficult files, let's talk about the part that matters most. What can you do about it? Not extreme change, not deleting everything, not running away from the modern world, just small realistic things you can do so you feel more in control. Here we go. First, notice your triggers. Every time you pick up your phone without thinking, ask yourself quietly, what am I feeling right now? Am I bored? Am I stressed? Am I lonely? Am I trying to avoid something? Am I tired? Am I seeking comfort? Just noticing your emotional state already wakes up your logical brain. You break the automatic loop. Second, create a tiny pause. Next time you reach for your phone, do this. Put your hand on it. Take one slow breath. Then ask yourself, why am I reaching for this? You can still open your phone afterward. This isn't about stopping. It's about becoming aware. Awareness gives you control. Third, change your home screen. Your home screen should not be full of apps that trigger you. Move social media apps to a folder on the second page. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Remove visual triggers. If it takes your brain even 2 extra seconds to open an app, that tiny moment gives you the chance to choose instead of react. For example, I'll check social media for 30 minutes after dinner. I'll reply to messages twice a day. I'll watch videos in the evening for an hour. When your brain knows there's a scheduled time coming, it feels less urgent to check constantly. Fifth, protect your mornings and nights. The first minutes after waking up and the last minutes before sleeping are the most vulnerable parts of your day. If you fill them with stress, noise, comparison, or stimulation, your mind becomes reactive. Try giving your brain a little quiet space in the morning. Stretch, drink water. Look outside, make your bed, sit for a moment, and avoid loud screen stimulation right before sleep. Let your brain land slowly. Sixth, practice being bored on purpose. This might sound strange, but your brain needs boredom. Boredom is where creativity lives, where ideas appear, where clarity grows. The next time you're in line, or waiting, or sitting quietly, don't pick up your phone immediately. Let your mind breathe. This is how you rebuild your attention muscle. Seventh, replace screen time with something meaningful. If you don't replace it, your brain will always go back to the screen. What do you want more of in your life? Reading, walking, drawing, cooking, journaling, music, talking to people, nature. Just replace a few minutes each day. Small steps, not big ones. And finally, be kind to yourself when you slip. You're not fighting just your willpower. You're dealing with technology designed to keep you hooked. You're not failing. You're human. What matters is not perfection. What matters is awareness. You're already taking back control, because you're learning how your brain works instead of fighting it blindly. Before we end, I want to say this directly to you. You grew up in a world your brain was not designed for. Your nervous system is ancient. Your phone is not. Your brain is doing the best it can in an environment that moves too fast, stimulates too much, and never lets you rest fully. So be gentle with yourself. The same brain that learned these patterns can unlearn them. Slowly, patiently, day by day. Screens are powerful, but you are not powerless. Your attention matters. Your mind matters. Your peace matters. And you have every right to protect them. This is your file for today. From Body Logic Files. Take care of your mind. It's trying its best for you, even when it doesn't feel like it.